The hazmat team hauled dead fish from the lake as HOA President Linda Marshall screamed at me across the police tape. "This is your fault," she shrieked. Freeze frame. Yep, that's me, Jack Harper, standing in my backyard, wondering how I ended up sued for poisoning a lake. The same lake the HOA poisoned to stop me from fishing. Spoiler, they didn't know their water supply depended on it. When I moved to Clearwater Pines, I thought I'd found paradise. My backyard sloped to a shimmering lake, a perfect canvas of sky and water. The realtor boasted it was stocked with bass and trout, with fishing rights baked into my deed. Fishing wasn't just a hobby. It was my sanctuary after years at a soul-crushing desk job. I pictured evenings casting lines, cicadas humming, a cold beer sweating beside me. The first weeks were bliss. I built a small dock and spent hours there, rod in hand, or just listening to the water's gentle lap. Neighbors waved, kept their distance. It was perfect, too perfect. Trouble always lurks in places like this, and it came in the form of the Clearwater Pines HOA, a beast waiting to snap. It started with a memo in my mailbox, printed on HOA letterhead with a cartoon egret glaring at a stick-figure fisherman. It warned against disturbing aquatic ecosystems, threatening fines. I shrugged it off. My deed guaranteed lake access, and my property line hit the water. A week later, a sign appeared by the boat ramp. Quiet zone. No recreational disturbances. Odd, but I figured it targeted rowdy teens, not me. Then came the confrontation. On a golden Saturday, I was casting when Linda Marshall stormed onto my lawn, clutching a folder like a weapon. Her pastel blazer screamed authority. "What do you think you're doing?" she snapped. "Fishing," I said, reeling in my line. She cited some HOA rule, claiming it trumped my deed. I countered with the community charter's clause on riparian rights, granting lakeside owners recreational use. Her mouth flapped like a stranded fish. "We'll see about that," she hissed, storming off. The harassment escalated. Certified letters piled up, fines for unpermitted lake use, noise complaints from my lure splash, even a warning about my dock, approved years ago by the county. Linda sent HOA lackeys to snoop, snapping photos of my yard. One hid behind a neighbor's bushes, aiming a lens at my dock like a spy. I waved, snapped my photo, and added it to my Evans file. I installed security cameras, sensing this would get uglier. Linda's tactics grew desperate. Flyers smeared me as an environmental menace. She posted notices threatening legal action for unauthorized fishing. It was absurd but infuriating. HOAs like hers don't want compliance. They crave control. I stayed calm, kept fishing, each cast a quiet rebellion. But I knew something darker was coming. It hit on a Tuesday morning. The air stank of chemicals, sharp and bitter. I walked to my dock and froze. Thousands of fish, minnows, trout, old catfish I'd named, floated belly up, their silver sides glinting sickly. My lake was dead. I snapped photos, called the environmental office, and watched as khaki-vested officials roped off the shore, collecting samples. Linda arrived, pointing at my property, yelling to anyone listening that my fishing caused this. "Chemicals from his bait," she lied. I sipped my coffee, smiling thinly. Truth always surfaces. A letter soon accused me of contamination, demanding I stop fishing or face damages. I doubled down, installing night vision cameras and water testing kits. A neighbor, Mrs. Carter, mentioned seeing a truck dumping barrels by the lake, hazmat suits and all. No county permits existed for such work. A neighbor's Ring camera caught a white pickup with a logo, Pure Wave Environmental. Posing as a client, I learned the HOA hired them for aquatic beautification, but no permits were filed. They assumed Linda handled it. The pieces clicked. Linda's HOA, obsessed with stopping me, poisoned the lake to kill the fish and kill my hobby. But they missed a critical detail. The lake fed the community's irrigation and some homes' gray water systems. They hadn't just killed fish, they'd poisoned their lifeline. My water tests showed high pesticide levels, toxic to fish and unsafe for humans. I compiled everything: photos, test results, Pure Wave's invoice, and the charter's water system clause. My binder was a weapon. Linda pushed harder, circulating flyers with my face, calling an HOA meeting to rally against me. I attended, silent, binder in lap, waiting. The lawsuit hit next, a $500,000 claim for contamination and property devaluation. It was war. I hired Ethan Cole, a lawyer who ate HOA cases for breakfast. He grinned at my evidence. "They're done," he said. "We countersued for property destruction, contamination, negligence, and defamation, naming Linda personally. Ethan subpoenaed HOA records and alerted health and environmental agencies about the poison water system. The hearing was a spectacle. Linda strutted in, pearls gleaming, flanked by slick lawyers. Her smugness lasted until Ethan played the ring footage, showed PureWave's unpermitted invoice, and revealed the toxicology report. He read the charter, exposing the lake's role in the water supply. Linda's face crumpled from arrogance to panic. The judge, unimpressed by her team's objections, saw the truth: criminal negligence. The media pounced. A local news segment, "Private Lake Poisoned, Residents at Risk," went viral. Health officials banned irrigation water use, closed the golf course, and tested systems. Property values tanked. For sale signs multiplied, but no buyers came. Leaked HOA email showed Linda plotting to solve the fishing problem with unpermitted chemicals, joking about a few dead fish. Her reputation burned. Board members resigned, some facing charges. Linda's forgery of permits and cover-up of toxicity reports led to an indictment. Document falsification, endangerment, conspiracy, obstruction. She got 8 years. Her mugshot a national warning about HOA tyranny. The verdict was brutal: $2.7 million in damages, and the HOA dissolved. Clearwater Pines crumbled. Houses unsold. Lawns wild. The HOA office padlocked. I stayed. The lake, cleansed by county experts using HOA fines, slowly revived. Fish returned. Reeds grew. Dragonflies danced. A new sign rose, hand-painted by a neighbor: "Welcome to Clearwater Pines." No HOA. We clapped, reclaiming our home. Now I fish again, beer in hand, sunset painting the water. Linda's gone, her empire dust. Freedom isn't loud. It's this quiet dock, this stubborn lake, defended inch by inch. If another HOA rises, I'll be here, rod ready, to remind them what happens when you underestimate Clearwater Pines. What do you think? Was justice served? Or did the punishment go too far? Share your thoughts below, especially on power, injustice, and fighting back. Take a stand. Let's hear your voice.